morning zoo. Mom. Sound the horn.
What's going on, guys? This is Dice Squad. I am Marshall Dice, also known as Adam Campbell, and I am live here at Origins Game Fair 2017 with the crazy, the blue and green hair. Who are you?
Bruce from North Star Games. Thank you, Mean Gene. I appreciate it. Here for the fine folks in Columbus, Ohio. We're gonna have a great match at the Superdome. We are prepared. Sorry, it felt very WWF interview.
Not a problem.
I wanted to get into it.
So, Bruce, North Star Games.
Yes.
How have things been going so far at Origins?
We have been fantastic at Origins. Let's start with probably, I don't know the mundane, but certainly the thing we're the happiest about for the longest running product we're going to talk about. These little ladies with me here, styling and profiling. We won 2 Origins Awards.
Congratulations.
For Happy Salmon for Family Game of the Year. We won both the Academy Award, which is a huge honor, and then we also won the People's Choice. You actually vote here at Origins. The people that are here right now vote for what game they think is the best, and we also won that. And we're just really honored and really humbled that everybody likes this little game about a fish. And we're just really excited. We're really excited to win one of these, 2 of these. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. So that is very exciting for us. We learned that last night. So you are the first to report on it. You're the first to report on it. You're the first to hear about it. And I can see you.
So I know this, and this is your first year at Origins, is that correct?
This is Bruce's first year at Origins. This is, I don't know, like the 9th year at Origins for North Star Games.
Gotcha. All right, so North Star Games. So how did you guys get started?
So that's a real interesting story that's not mine, but I'm going to tell it anyway.
All right.
Dominic Krapachetz, the man who created Wits and Wagers and Say Anything and Evolution, he was a fishing boat captain in Alaska. Young kid decided he wanted to work in Alaska. Grabbing salmon of all things, and that's what he did. And one night he lost all the power in his boat and started to take on water. So when that happened, he lost everything, and he had to guide himself home by the North Star. And he said, if I get home, I'm going to start to chase my dreams. I'm going to make a game. And he got back to port, and he learned how to business, because he didn't want to starve while being a game creator. And then he came out with Wits and Wagers. I want to say, I feel bad that I can't remember the year. I want to say 2002 was the year it came out. But that's how it's gone ever since. That's why we're called North Star Games.
Very cool, very cool. So what have been some of the big hot ticket games going on so far this year at the convention?
Okay, so let's mention a couple things. Remember the ladies from a minute ago, folks?
Yes.
Yeah, they're so pretty. They're so pretty.
They are beautiful.
One of the things we have coming out is a blue Happy Salmon. If you know our normal Happy Salmon, let's see how far this cord goes.
Hey, Dice Squad fans. So behind me right here, this is what Happy Salmon looks like. Here in the wild, the Happy Salmon are migrating around the table. They're pounding it. And apparently it is done. Excuse me, gentlemen, who won this game?
That gentleman.
Gentlemen, how do you feel right now?
Happy, like a salmon.
Truer words could never be spoken.
It is green, and it has 6 colors in it. And a lot of people said, hey, guys, we love this, but what if we want to play with 12 people? And we said, that sounds insane, and they said it does, and we said, all right. So we've made a blue Happy Salmon with 6 new colors in it. This will be available September 1st. We might, and this is not like the coy publisher might, where you're like, I don't know, we might have a couple. I really don't know. We might have some of these at Gen Con. I'm not sure. If not, they will be out September 1st at your local toy and game retailers.
Awesome. So really just a quick little thing. Happy Salmon, for those of you that don't know.
First of all, if you don't know, you should know. And if you don't know, now you know.
Well, now I know, because
I've
played this game, and it's fantastic.
Yes, essentially it is a game. Let me grab some. So can I set this microphone down?
Sure.
We're gonna show you with the blue one. So these are the pastel colors. You have a deck of cards in your hand, 12 cards with 4 different things you do. One of them is high five. Next one is pound it. Third one is switcheroo, but I don't want to get the microphones twisted.
All right.
Last one's
so
called
just
happy.
Imagine that we switch.
Imagine that we switch places. I only wish you could cut this and then we're just in opposite sides. That would be fantastic. The last one's called Happy Salmon. Happy Salmon works like this. Extend your hand to me like you're going to shake my hand. Happy Salmon. You do those actions. You have a deck of cards. You're going to call out your top card. When someone else calling out their top card is calling out the same top card, you do the thing together. Happy Salmon, Happy Salmon. Then you throw your card on the table. When you're done your deck, you've won the game. And that's it. The thing plays in about 90 seconds, and it is the most fun you can have in under 2 minutes in all of board gaming. I will say that it's bold. Find your 2-minute game and come fight me. I'm willing to scrap. But I definitely think it is. I think it is an amazing card game, and so do the fine folks here at Origins, as these ladies have taught us.
And not only that, the people at Origins.
And that's exactly how I feel. This is the one I really like. Don't get me wrong. We love that the Academy loves our game. It really feels good. But the people's choice is the one that, at least for me personally, is really awesome. That the folks here at Origins liked our game enough to vote it in the first place.
Now, I also know that a couple days ago, you had a private party. We were invited to talk about Wits and Wages, the Vegas edition.
Yes, the Vegas edition. So what are we doing, Director Dice? Are we moving around? Are we doing it live? So I'm going to try to demonstrate this as best I can. This is a mat. I'm just trying to show the size of it. It is big enough to swaddle a medium-sized dog. You could use it as a welcome mat for your house, and people would say, why do you have such a big welcome mat? And this has on one side, I hope you can, on one side, it is standard deluxe Wits and Wagers. You know the game, you love the game. The mat is 3 foot by 2 foot, and it is neoprene. It's like a giant mouse pad. Coincidentally, if you're out there and all you need is a 3 foot by 2 foot mouse pad, you can also buy it for that. My feelings aren't hurt. The other side,
it's kind of like wearing a tuxedo shirt. I want to, be comfortable, but I'm also here to party.
Exactly. And I don't care if you bought that. I made that tuxedo shirt as a joke, but if you wear it to a formal party, it's fine by me. I'm not here to judge. The other side is Vegas Wits and Wagers. Okay, Vegas Wits and Wagers. You may notice at the bottom. I can't tell what you can see on the camera because I'm hidden behind it. At the very bottom, yes. At the very bottom, you see the line of dice.
Yes, right down here.
They now represent, if you've played Wits and Wagers at home, midway through the game, I personally kind of forget where in the game I am. So we've now created that marker so you know exactly what question you're on. Also, you put 100 on the 100 on the 1 mark, 200 on the 2 mark, 300 on the 3 mark, so that as the game goes on, you actually get more money for being the closest without going over. So that's one change. Second change you're going to notice is the red and black. If you know the numbers are either high or low, you can now bet red or black. So that's another neat change. Another cool thing, can you shoot down at the table if I put it on the table? So here's another thing. We notice people, when they play Wits and Wagers, one of the things they have a problem with is centering around the median. So we fixed that. If you're playing a 6-player game, you actually take this little, and it's a neoprene mat. You take this mat that says, sorry, we're closed. You put it on the center, and now you just go largest to smallest. If 2 of them are the same, you put them both next to each other. You'll pay them both if they're right. But you can bet on the better odds. If you want to play a 5-player game, we've given you a second, sorry, we're closed mat, so you can cover that over. So it takes care of one of the issues that people have with the game. Final bet on the table. My hands are going to move fast here. Hi, guys. Over here, this is an expansion for Party, and these are the Party folks from the Party edition of our game. You now can bet what's called the long shot. Long shot works like this. In Wits and Wagers, when you answer that number question, you put your answers face down. You now, at face down, can bet on a person rather than betting on a number. So if for some reason I know that you happen to know a lot about, I don't know, let's say The Walking Dead, I can say, hey, I'm going to bet you at 10-1 without seeing your answer. So now it's a chance to bet on people. You can only use your basic chips on there, your 100 and your 200. So there's no chance to run far away, but it gives you a chance. If you see the game getting away from you, you now can start betting that long shot to get back in.
Although I will say, when playing that the long shot, it is a long shot. There is.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's not an easy thing to figure out without seeing the numbers what person you think is the closest. That having been said, it's a lot of fun. This also now gives you that extra bit of thought where if you know Walking Dead, and I know Walking Dead, you now can give a garbage answer because I know Walking Dead, and I know that I'm going to bet on you. So you're like, well, I'm going to give a horrible answer so he loses money. That now adds that extra level of I can't drink from the cup in front of me, if you'd like to add it to the game. That's the meta game you want in Wits and Wagers, gosh darn it, we have it available for you.
And when is Vegas Wits and Wagers going to be out for the public?
Okay, Vegas Wits and Wagers is going to hit Kickstarter on the Saturday of Gen Con, which I believe is either the 18th or the 19th. I forget which. Fix it in post. It will be out the Saturday of Gen Con. If you're at Gen Con, it will be on the tables for demo the whole time. We want you to see it. We think this is an incredible thing that we've made here. I mean, this mouse pad, it is like actual thick mouse pad material. I don't want to talk about anybody badly, but I bought a mat to a game the other day, and I was like, what is this? Like, it was just so light. This thing, I could toss this thing around like a pizza if I knew how to toss something around like a pizza. Like, I really want people to get a hold of this and feel it.
Like, you could toss it in the air, throw some cheese on it, throw it in the oven, you could actually eat it.
Well, I wouldn't suggest that because the materials in it are probably toxic.
Well,
but I will tell you, it would have a good mouth feel. You'd feel like you were eating a pizza. I can give you that. But yeah, if you're at Gen Con, this is the actual mat. We keep telling this all the media people we did it with the other night. This isn't a stunt piece for you guys. This is exactly what it's going to be. The stretch goals most likely will be rule packs. Will be question packs. So that's what's going to be added to this. Will be some questions, maybe in some very specific categories. My favorite, I hope we make it, I don't know if we're going to, is the Kickstarter pack.
Wait, the Kickstarter, is it like Inception, the Kickstarter pack?
Yes, it is going to be Wits and Wagers, the Kickstarter pack for Kickstarter backers on our Kickstarter of Vegas Wits and Wagers. And it's, I think, 14 questions about Kickstarter. The cards, in theory, are going to be in like Kickstarter green, we're hoping. We don't know if that's going to happen. I've proposed it. We've written some. We'll see if they're good enough to make it to the stretch goals for this. But the stretch goals will be question packs.
Awesome.
Yep.
I also know this year, very briefly, that you also have the Evolution now on mobile.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we do. And what I'm going to do is just a minute. I'm going to trust your editing. You're going to go over to Melissa to talk to you about the digital game.
Yes, absolutely.
And thank you now to Melissa.
Hey, Dice Squad fans, we are still here talking to North Star Games. I'm here now with
Melissa.
Melissa, how are things going here at Origins?
They're going super. We're having lots of fun.
Having lots of fun. So, looking over here, though, I do know that you have a very big thing now with Evolution.
Yes.
Being on mobile.
Yes, not just mobile. It'll be on Steam and mobile eventually when it releases next year.
Very, very cool. So, for people not at home that don't know Evolution, give me a little rundown of the game.
Yeah, so this is the digital adaptation of Evolution, our board game, just the base game. Basically, the game premise is you're trying to survive and keep your species alive by adapting to the environment around you. It's a lot of fun.
Very cool, very cool. So, how long did it take to port it over to mobile? How much difficulty was to get the board game in that little tiny screen?
Yeah, so we've got a small in-house team, about 7 staff that have been working on it for about, close to 2 years. So they've been tweaking things here and there, taking it to the shows, and just getting feedback from people. But it's going really far along, and we're hoping to launch it next year.
Were there any hiccups with the coding at all, or porting it to mobile?
Just the usual. Obviously, I'm not a developer. I'm marketing and PR, but just the usual tweaking things here and there. They've obviously got to optimize it for tablets and phones and things like that. So
awesome. Well, can you run our viewers here a quick few turns on one of these tablets?
Yeah, sure. I'll just
on this
or I can pull it right up here. Since we're right next to it, I'll jump into the expert just to show you real quick. This is our professor. He guides you through the tutorial a little bit. And I'll just hit continue. So we've got the nice watering hole. We wanted to keep it very similar to the board game experience, but obviously a digital version. But all the same game mechanics. You'll select the food card, throw that in the watering hole for the round. And then this is our little first-person meeple, little Dino there. We'll go ahead and grab a card here. Any card you want, you can drag it right here in these little slots here to adapt. So I've gone ahead and created a carnivore. You see he got really dark and red, so he's a little scary there. Then I'm going to drag it there, increase the body size, increase population. You've also got the undo feature just in case you make a quick mistake. And then obviously add a new species. So those are the basic things that you can do with the cards. We'll end turn and see what happens.
Now, is there like a tournament mode for this game?
Not yet, but that's obviously on the list. Right now we're playing against AI, and then we'll be working for online multiplayer. Maybe have some different options for like online matchmaking, things like that. We're still working on maybe like pass and play. So we've got some options out there. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with the carnivore. He took him out. He's gone extinct. And then obviously the herbivore.
Literally.
Feed.
I mean, he just like disappeared off
He
the
just
screen.
vanished into the dust, yes. And then it'll show you their final score at the very end. So it's a lot of fun. It's always different games depending on who you're playing against. Sometimes it's a little scary with all the carnivores, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of different gameplay.
And will you be showing this off at Gen Con?
Yes, we will. We actually will be taking it to Gen Con, but also we'll have a Kickstarter that'll be launching right before Gen Con. It starts August 9th. So everyone that's interested in backing us there, that'll really help us with the Kickstarter for backing us.
All right, we'll have a link below when that Kickstarter goes
yes.
live, so you can check it out and throw a few shekels their way.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so with mobile,
Yes.
Now I know this is a big board and card game convention.
Right,
What
right.
are the major questions I'm asking a lot of people? Because some people have mobile games now that they're bringing and showing off here at Origins.
Right,
Are you finding that some people are a little bit thrown off by the technology opposed to like, sitting down and actually playing the game?
Actually, no. I've actually had a lot of people walking up. If they can't sit down and play the board game, all the tables are full. They'll come over to the tablets here. It's a lot quicker. They can learn pick up the game mechanics really quick, play a game in about 15 minutes, and they've already got the gist of the board game. So it's actually a nice, learning that first before you try out the board game.
So do you feel that maybe this is the way that Origins is going to be going for in the future?
I'd like to see it. I think it's great to give a little bit of variety for the attendees. I think it's the way to go.
So you're going to be at Gen Con with this.
Yes.
Are there any? So can you give us a little bit of taste of maybe some future, expansions or maybe some?
Oh yeah, we've got some things in the works, but obviously it'll depend how our Kickstarter goes. But we've got our flight expansion, the climate expansions of the board game. We'd love to incorporate that down the road. So
Very cool, very cool. So and they can get this on Steam and mobile.
Yes.
Is this a free game?
It won't be free. We don't have a price point yet, but it'll be comparable with a lot of the digital board games out there. We'll probably have a set price for Steam and then a set price for the mobile.
Awesome. And you can check it out at what website? Or is it still in beta?
You can. It's still. Yeah, we're still testing it. You can go to northstargames.com/digital, and you can follow along our blog. We've got forums going on there with our alpha testers, and just join the community.
And we'll also have another link below to check that out.
Oh yeah, definitely. We love our fans.
Well, Melissa, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing
Thank you,
us the
Adam.
awesomeness of Evolution.
Yes, no problem. Thank you.
And we're going to be right back to talk to the whole North Star team. Hey, guys, welcome back.
Hey, no, you have to get in here. Hey! You got to point. It's pointing. That's what I've learned.
And I
was
here
an amateur to this. It's the pointing that does it.
with the North Star Games team. So you've shown us me some awesome products going on today at your booth. Besides Gen Con, is there anything in the future we can maybe peel the envelope back a little bit to give our fans a little bit of taste of what's to come?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so the other thing to look at, and if you come to Gen Con, we'll have one to show you for the future beyond, is a game called Blurble. Blurble is a party game. You flip over a picture, you determine the first letter of the picture, then you call out another word that has that same first letter. We're going to have that. It comes in a cool little anthropomorphic like blob box where it's like a happy guy that's hanging out with you. We will have that at Gen Con to show you then. So I believe, are we going to see you then?
We are not going to be at Gen Con this
Well,
year.
you know what? We're going to have to. That was really good. That's how you do it. So then that is the next thing, and we will make sure that you have that to show everybody. But that is going to be the thing. We're going to show it at Gen Con, and it is the future beyond, is a Blurble.
Awesome. Cool. Well, North Star Games, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And ladies, thank you so much for being on the show. I
ladies.
appreciate it.
Ladies. Oh. Yeah, you're going home, ladies.
They're going home with you guys.
Absolutely. Remember, finish with pointing at the camera again.
Well, anyway, we got to get out of here, but we're still continuing our coverage here at Origins Game Fair 2017. From all of us here at Dice Squad and North Star Games, this is Marshall Dice, also known as Adam Campbell, with Melissa,
Bruce,
Nikki, and we'll see you guys. Stay tuned.